Hello, everyone. This is Minister Brother Dart. You're looking at Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan on your screen. If you was a real Hulkamaniac, this was WrestleMania 3. This was the greatest attraction. Not that it was the best wrestling match. This ain't no Dave Meltzer 5-star classic. But if you wasn't invested in this, y'all understand what I'm saying? The way people are invested in Sami Zayn in the bloodline. People were invested in this. Andre the Giant was dying. He was ready to hand over. He was ready to put Hulk Hogan over. This was special. Why don't we feel that the wrestling today? What happened? Now it's about selling t-shirts and marketing. I can tell you as a young man, when this match happened, I wanted to go in there and help Hulk Hogan. When Andre the Giant tore the cross off of Hogan's chest and said, "I'm taking your title," it broke the heart of people all around the world. Not just in the United States, all around the world. People were afraid for Hulk Hogan. Andre the Giant, who had been a fan favorite for at least 20 years, turned on the only person more popular than him, Hulk Hogan. This was a storyline. When Hulk Hogan won the title from the Iron Sheik and kept him from taking it back to Iran, Tehran, wherever he's from, Andre the Giant was one of the first in the locker room to give him champagne and pour champagne on his head. Now look at him. Years later, they in that fight. This was a storyline. Why don't we have storylines like this now? Why don't we have storylines like this? What happened to the wrestling? You know, a lot of young people make fun of Jim Cornette. I was young when Jim Cornette was in Mid-South. I used to love to watch the old tapes. You know, back in them days, it was dangerous to be a wrestler, to be a rule breaker. There were old ladies that would slit their throats if they got the chance. They had to have security bring them down. They didn't have barricades. They had a string of rope. That was the only thing that was separating. That was the only thing that was separating the people. What happened to those days? I'm talking about old ladies. Old ladies would throw stuff. If you tried to mess with the Fantastics, the young girls would do things to you. If you was a bad guy back then, they would send you boogies in the mail. They would send you dead animals in the mail. The people really believed that this was real. And in my last video, I said the WWE ruined professional wrestling. And I ended the video. I should have kept going. I should have explained myself. So I will in this video. I'm going to explain myself. How did the WWE ruin professional wrestling? When Vince McMahon didn't want to pay the fees because the government considered this real, a real sport, like boxing and the UFC and basketball. Vince McMahon didn't want to pay the fees. So he stopped calling wrestling a sport. He called it entertainment. He stopped calling his athletes wrestlers. They were called sports superstars. Basically, he told the government they were acting. You had people who spent their life living it. If Shawn Michaels got a broken arm in the ring, when you saw him at the airport, he had a cast on. You understand what I'm saying? When that guy from NBC asked Dr. David Schultz was wrestling fake, he was so insulted he slapped the announcer right in the mouth, stabbed the teeth out of his mouth, and said, "With that fake, people believed it was real until Vince McMahon got cheap and didn't want to pay the fees to operate a real wrestling, a real sport organization. He made it fake." And then the internet didn't help either. But that's what started it. That started the decline. Now that people know it's real. Now instead of people saying, "I wonder if somebody gonna win," now they say, "I wonder if they're gonna let him win. I wonder if the company gonna give him the belt." They don't say, "Is he gonna win the belt?" They say, "Are they gonna let him have the belt?" They ruined the sport. It survived, but they ruined the sport. Because now, all the people, like my stepfather, who used to tell me, "I don't know why you watch that fake stuff. That stuff ain't real." I argued him down. At the Vince McMahon, I couldn't say nothing. He walked by, "You still watching that fake stuff?" And I couldn't say nothing. Vince McMahon ruined professional wrestling. He stopped making it about the wrestling, and he started making it about merchandise, selling t-shirts, selling wrestling rings, selling dolls, selling belts. Now it's about merch. How much merch are you selling? Not do the fans like you? Do the fans live for you? Do the fans want your autograph? Or the fans buying your merchandise? He turned it into Hollywood. Vince McMahon glamorized the wrestling. Some say that's not a bad thing. Yes, it is, because people, look, Monday Night Raw used to get 10 million viewers. Now they can't even get 2. Where everybody go? They rather go watch Netflix. They rather watch Hulu. The kids are watching the Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon now. I ain't watching no wrestling. What happened? Everybody know it's fake. When you go online and people in there talk about the wrestling, they don't talk about, "Hey, well, you know, my superstar could beat your superstar." Now they go, "I wonder if they're going to let my superstar beat the superstar." That's what's wrong with the wrestling nowadays. It's fake. You got wrestlers doing interviews and telling you it's fake. But it lived on. It lived on. Because the one thing that the WWE can do, keep you captivated, make you care about the stars. Even though you know it's fake, they make you care about the people. People say the Raw is more talk than it is wrestling. And that's true. The wrestling has taken a back seat because they now get you into the stars. Whereas before, you wanted to see the people in the ring fighting. Now, the promos, the backstage segments, all would make the show. And if you happen to have some good wrestling in there, then that's a good thing. If you happen to have, some good wrestling in there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's why WCW went under. When Eric Bischoff tried to swerve you every week, when he had the NWO and kept growing it, putting Sting in the NWO, then the NWO Red and Black, then the LWO, he didn't know when to stop. Just made it phony. When Rey Mysterio beat Kevin Nash, A lot of people start watching. They're like, come on, ain't no anybody that little Ray beat Kevin Nash. Come on, man. When they let David Arquette, an actor, win the World Heavyweight Championship, he was like, oh, I know it's phony now. At least the WWE, go back to Lawrence Taylor. What was the guy that was commentating the kicker? He looked good in the ring. Logan Paul, Bad Bunny. The WWE at least make the celebrities look good. WCW, brought celebrities in and they could wrestle a lick. Y'all remember when they brought in Dennis Rodman? Oh, Lord. Then AEW came along. The people they bring in, the celebrities, are terrible. You already know it's fake and you got to try to believe, but then they bring these celebrities in, and man, I really wish that instead of AEW trying to be like WWE, but try to do the same thing WCW did. Yeah, we wrestle. AEW has a lot of action. It's a lot of wrestling. Their backstage segments are really short. You don't get to know the people. And when they try to do it, they don't follow up. Does anybody remember Hobbs? Does anybody remember Hobbs? Powerhouse Hobbs, Will Hobbs. Anybody, when they were doing the stories about him writing his book in the background, they let him win a TV title, and then he lost it. What, a week later? And then we didn't see him for like 2 months. Where's Miro? They had a good thing with Miro. How many times did Cody Rhodes win the TV championship? Trading it back and forth between Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and the bald-headed guy, Sky whatever. He ain't been on TV so long, I forgot his name. Him and Kazarian was the first tag team championship. Well, the first tag team champ for AEW. They were with SEC, with Christopher Daniels. I can't remember the guy name. The guy named Scott something. He was the Scorpion, Too Cold Scorpio copycat, you ask me. But I'm saying to you, if people could, they would get in there and beat the crap out of Andre the Giant. But some people still love him. They've been loving that man for 20-something years. That man was their hero. And to see him turn like this, where are these storylines at? Where are they at? There were kids in the audience crying when this match was happening. Where is that investment, that emotion? Why don't we have it anymore? It's hard to get into something that you know is fake, especially when they keep telling you it's fake. They keep telling you that it's fake. How can you get into it? How do you believe it? It's like you watching a movie and they keep telling you, hey, it's fake. You got guys in the AEW that's so reckless that they cutting themselves. And you can see the razor blade. Why they cutting themselves? They don't even care. They don't care anymore. All they want to do is get there and get their moves off and have somebody say, this is awesome. Well, the problem is they got the same 800,000 fans saying this is awesome. It's 330 million people in the country. They can only get 800,000 to watch every week. Why is that? I'm just asking the question. Why is that? You got people worrying about jumping over the top rope and they stand there and wait for them to catch them. You see them talking to each other in the ring, setting stuff up. Them standing on the top rope and waiting for somebody to get in position. You know, and you sit there like, man, this is phony. What are you doing? In AEW, everybody doing the forearm check. You supposed to do that at a pivotal point in the match. They come in the beginning, start trading forearms. Start slapping each other. They let each other slap each other. Not that they tired and can't block it. They saying, come on, hit me. What fight you ever seen where somebody said, come hit me? The only time you see that is when it's like the toughest guy in the neighborhood going up against a wimp. And he's like, come on, give me your best shot. I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead. In a real fight, don't nobody do that. Come on, man. You won't believe this crap. You know, like I say, I've been watching wrestling since 1982. I was 12 years old, and like I say, I believed it was real. And I feel sorry for the kids today because they don't know. They don't have a feeling. Used to go to the wrestling matches. It was like you was part of a family. If you was a Hulk Hogan fan, or an Andre the Giant fan, or a Jimmy Snuka fan, it didn't matter what color you was, it didn't matter where you came from, it didn't matter how you looked, you was accepted. That was the good old days. You can be proud to say, I watched the wrestling. And have a conversation that people will be, yeah, I watch wrestling too. Have a good conversation. Dang it, you watch that? You know it's fake, right? Why you want to tell watch that best for? You might as well watch the soap operas. I wish wrestling could go back the way it was. You got a lot of young kids. They want to see people having fire matches, barbed wire matches, hitting each other with light bulb tubes, thumbtacks. People nowadays are sick. When you keep offering people like that on the regular, they get used to it, they expect it. How many times do you hear we want tables? A table spot was something special back in the day. Now, it's like every match, the fan want tables. Why they want tables? Because going through the table is the only thing that seems real. If you go into the table, you got to go through it. You can't fake that. We know they're not really hitting each other. The body slams don't look real anymore. The suplexes don't look real anymore. It's like they have softened up. They've softened up the sport. The reason why the WWE don't have the injuries that AEW does, and they have some, the wrestlers have a moveset. Like if you watch Big E, you know he gonna do the two belly to bellies, and then run over you, and then do the splash. That's his moveset. Natalya. You know Natalya gonna do that discus clothesline, and then she gonna sit you up, and then she gonna run the rope and let her foot, while you sitting up, hit you in the back, come out the rope, drop kick you in the face. Everybody got a moveset. In AEW, they don't do the same moveset. You know, if you talk about Charlotte Flair got the smack chops. She got the moonsault, she do. She got that boot that get on your nerves. But she boot everybody in the face. She's going to do that every match. And then once in a while, she's going to mix in a couple back suplexes. That's her moveset. AEW, you don't have a set moveset. They coming in and you're trying to do everything. So if you're looking forward to seeing something, just like, I'll give you an example. The guy with his hands in his pockets, Orange Cassidy. You know he's going to do the Stunt Dog Millionaire, the crossbody off the top. You know he's going to do the Orange Punch. But here's the problem. But you know he's going to do something stupid during the match that probably kill himself with if he do it wrong. And that's what everybody would have said. Darby Allin. That dive he do in between the ropes, that is insane. That's insane. But one day he gonna miss, and he gonna really get hurt, probably crippled. But when he do that, people expect it, and one day he gonna do it, and he gonna get back upright, and he ain't gonna be able to do it no more, and he ain't gonna have no job. Because the people used to saying that, crazy move. But that's what they want to see. They want to see crazy nowadays. We already know it's fake, so wow us. Give us a 5-star match. Give us a 5-star match. That's what the people want. They want a 5-star match. That's what they want. It's kind of sad when you think about it. They want a 5-star match. Every match can't be 5-star. You need to go back to having your TV show with storylines and having people do preliminary matches with the jabronis, the jobbers, and having people bump into each other. I'm trying to win the title, you on my way. I like your valet, I want her. I want the biggest locker room. And when those guys fight, you had them fight at a pay-per-view. That's how it wasn't. Like, this was a pay-per-view. They made a lot of money off of it. They didn't put this on regular TV. And you had a class. You had the bums, you had the big carters, and you had the superstars. Now, there's only bums, superstars, and every once in a while, they'll bring in a jobber from the independent scene, whatever state they're in. Whenever you see a squash match, they call it a squash match. We were satisfied with squash matches back in the day. Nowadays, every match got to have somebody in there. If you got everybody wrestling for free on TV, what are you going to pay to see? WWE decided they had a network, and now they got Peacock. They don't care about the pay-per-views anymore. They don't make their money off the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view money and the house show money was everything. It was everything back then. Now, they don't care. So how can you build a superstar when you're trying to put main event matches on every match? Somebody has got to be a consistent winner. Somebody got to be a consistent loser. So if you look at the WWE Women's Division, you got Charlotte, Bianca, Becky, Bayley, Rhea, and that's it. And sometimes Asuka. But Asuka get put into that bum slot a lot. You can't make a superstar. Everybody else is bums. Everybody. All the other women are afterthoughts. They bums. They're expendable. If they're expendable, how do you care about them? How do you care about them if they're expendable? I'm asking you, how do you care? Why would you care about them if they're expendable? So when somebody get injured and you need somebody to step up, ain't nobody gonna take them seriously. Who's Rhea Ripley going to wrestle? Other than Becky Lynch, who else can Rhea Ripley wrestle? Asuka. They had to bring Flair back because it was only Bianca. There had no other woman for Asuka to fit the belt against. Who would you take seriously? Who in the division would you take seriously to beat Asuka on SmackDown right now? What woman? Other than Bianca, nobody. They had to bring Flair back. Because Bianca just lost it. You can't give it back to her that quick. You gotta let Asuka get some title defenses. Who's she going to defend against? Who is she going to defend the belt against? Same thing. They doing the same thing. They got Seth Rollins as the champ now. Instead of taking one of the belts off Roman Reigns and giving it back to Raw, they made a whole new title up. Who's he going to defend against? He already defended against Damian Priest. Who else can fight him? Who else on the Monday Night Raw could fight Seth Rollins? Everybody been beat. Because on Monday Night Raw, they doing 50-50 booking. I win this week, you win that week. You don't make stars that way. You make them expendable. If they're expendable, ain't nobody gonna care. And it's not even, look at Gunther. He ran through everybody on SmackDown. Now they got him on Raw. He defended the belt against Ali. Mustafa Ali, who been jobbing for 2 years. He get a title shot at a major pay-per-view. Ain't nobody for to wrestle. Who's he gonna wrestle? Drew McIntyre out injured. Who would you believe could be Seth Rollins? The Miz? Bronson Reed, too green. The only person that you could take seriously is Shinsuke Nakamura. He's already been the Intercontinental Champion twice, hasn't he? You keep having the same people. You keep having the same people because you're not making stars. You're making everybody lose. You make them lose so much and then try and take it seriously. You know, they would let Chad Gable win. You take him seriously? You think Otis and Chad Gable could beat Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the title? No. They already beat him. You think Imperium could beat Sami Zayn and them for the title? They already beat him. They ain't letting the Street Profits win nothing. So you can't count them. The Viking Raiders, they got them jobbing out. You don't take them seriously. The Bloodline split up. Sheamus boys, they've been beat by the Bloodline so much, you can't take them seriously. They had to bring in a new tag team, Pretty Deadly. They had to bring people up from NXT because they beat up everybody on the roster. We didn't see them get beat so much. We can't take them seriously. We literally cannot take them seriously. Finn Balor, he get a title shot against Seth Rollins. We didn't see Seth Rollins beat Finn Balor I don't know how many times. I mean, really. The man been jobbed out. I say out of his past 20 matches, I think Finn Balor won 3 of them, if that. I'm going to take him seriously for the world title. WWE started making main event matches, trying to make every match be an important match. You got to have squash matches to build up for your pay-per-view. You had to go to a house show. If you wanted the pay-per-view, you wanted to see Macho Man versus Hulk Hogan, you had to go to a house show. They give it to you for free. And with Peacock, you pay $4.99. Pay-per-view used to be $50. Used to be $50. You pay $4.99. And it's like, whatever. They sit there, if it's supposed to be a tag team match, they have 2 of the people wrestle for free on TV. I see them wrestle. What's so special about the pay-per-view? If I see you wrestle on TV for free, why would I spend money to see you wrestle? That's how they ruined it. And AEW is trying to make every match. They got so many wrestlers, but the wrestlers don't be on every week. And they come out, and you pull the chair, who that? Oh yeah, he was on Dynamite 3 months ago. Oh yeah, I remember you now. Damn, what do you do? What are you about? So many wrestlers you don't even see. That's why I'm hoping for Collision. I'm hoping that we'll see Punk back. I'm hoping that he's going to bring back some kind of balance. Because, Orange Cassidy getting old. Starks, they ain't doing nothing with him. Hobbs, ain't doing nothing with him. Hook, ain't doing nothing with him. Seriously. I'm so tired of seeing Matt Hardy and the Hardy Party. Sick of them. They're boring. I'm just saying. They keep trying to shove Jungle Boy down our throat. Jungle Boy got the charisma of a snail. I'd rather watch a snail wrestle than watch Jungle Boy. He don't have no charisma. He's not believable. He's not believable as a wrestler. He's not. He's not believable. As a professional wrestler, he is not believable. I'm just saying. And then you got people like, and I hate to say his name, but people like JD coming on talking about how good AEW is. I'm like, man, you drunk. What was that mess we just watched? It moves so fast. You don't have time to even absorb what's going on. They right to the next thing. And the women's division is terrible. They had a chance to make stars, and they didn't. First women champion, she's 98 pounds. 98 pounds. And she beat a man, a female. Yes, that big woman is a man. And a woman that's not even 100 pounds beat her. Because that's that leg. Come on. Jade Cargill was the only woman that actually had flair. She wasn't that great a wrestler. But the image, the package, the presentation says, I gotta watch this person. I gotta watch her. She had that charisma. Nobody else has it. Britt Baker doesn't have it. Britt Baker is more like the homegrown, hometown girl. That's not a superstar. If you consider one of the guys, one of the girls, that's not superstardom. That's we'll accept you, but you ain't all that. We'll accept you. We'll cheer for you, but you ain't all that. But they put their money in people like that. Ruby Soho, she know that she need to get herself in shape. And I mean, she's not sexy. She need to put some weight on, and she need to stop looking like she just came out of a tattoo parlor in England somewhere. And maybe instead of just, one of the girls you cheer for, people will want her to be the best. But she won't do it. Athena is a great wrestler, but she won't get rid of that pot belly. That's why Vince Mc Mahon didn't want her. She won't get rid of that pot belly. I'm just being honest. Tony Khan need to hire some people to write the show. Tony Khan need a Dutch Mantel, someone like Bruce Pritchard, a Jim Cornette, somebody to come in there and write these shows so that people have cliffhangers and want to come back. And stop having afterbirths after every match. People get jumped 3 or 4 times before the match, and then after every match, it's some kind of afterbirth where somebody gets jumped. It's the same old thing. It's old. Fights in the parking lot, fights in the stadium. These should be special occasions. You can't have it every time, every show. It start getting old. I've been ranting long enough. I'm really hopeful for Collision. I hope that they allow CM Punk to try to make this a decent show. But if you get a chance, go back and watch this match. If you can find it on YouTube, try to find the history of the match. Because you're looking at 2 best friends. Having a fight. 97,000 people filled the stadium to see this fight. Can't do that nowadays. And if Andre the Giant would have won, I don't know if he would have made it out there alive. I would tell you the truth. I don't know if he would have made it out there alive. I'm being honest with you. That's how much the people cared about the wrestling back then. We don't have that now. I hope AEW can get it together because WWE need competition. They need somebody to make them toe the line. My next article, I'm going to talk about Triple H and how he brought back some of the people he liked, but he ain't doing nothing with them. We'll talk about that next time. Thank y'all for watching. This is Minister Brother Derek with Russell Talk. Hope y'all have a good night. Enjoy SmackDown and Rampage tonight. Peace, everybody. I'm out. Thanks for watching.